Welcome back, everybody. Good to see you all back here again. Crypto After Dark. I'm Keith, Carolina Keith, Professor Keith, regular Keith. It's just Keith. I hate Keith. Whatever. Keith's a jerk. I hear stuff every day. It's fine. Welcome back. We got one full hour tonight. We're going to talk about a bunch of different stuff. I've got Ethereum pulled up on the chart already, but you can't see that. You'll see it in a moment. Either way, Thursday is upon us, weekend approaching. Let's just jump right in onto it, shall we? Bow. It's not crypto before dark. It's crypto after dark. That took a second for me to find the right button. Sorry. If you haven't done so, please go.
Hit the like button. Pound the like button.
I know that was stupid, but I told someone I would do it. So I told someone I would do that, and I'm going to go back on my word. All right, go hit like. They don't cost anything here. They're free. If you go hit like, hit the notification bell, and subscribe, you won't miss anything. We're getting closer to 10,000 subscribers on YouTube alone. When we hit 10,000, I got some cool stuff to give away. I won't give away all the stuff yet of what it is, but we'll start with that. And I went and picked up some more stuff today. We'll kind of do this, right? I got a bunch of different stuff. I set aside a couple $1,000s to buy stuff to give away. So we're going to give a bunch of stuff away. Interesting developments on the charts. Been monitoring this stuff hyper closely, right? I've been jumping in and out of the market. They're here and there and here. Trying to be super careful. Not trying to overdo it, but preparing to get in when I can. I've already been in and out of the market multiple times, multiple different levels. It was a situation where I know this isn't time for the bull market just yet. Because of that, I wanted to tiptoe. Plus, I'm already going to be more conservative than most people. I'm not going to be a degenerate. I'm going to baby step my way through this and not just go all in. Some influencers don't appear to understand that, and that's just the way it is. Also, some of you guys have favorites. I don't have a favorite. I just buy and sell. I don't care what the asset is or how much it is or where it is. I don't care about the price. What I care about is the point on the chart, and I want to hit that point each and every time, and I want to find a point where I think it's going to go, and I'm going to stop. It's rather simple, actually. So, real quick, let's say hey to everybody. We'll jump into this. 52 people on, 31 people have hit like. Go hit like, man. They're free. They don't cost anything. When Mullet says, I'm driving to NC and listening. I'll see you when you get here, bro. Mateo, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Educated Dummy, what's up, my guy? Ghost Guy, Sam Zeppelin. I think that's what it's supposed to be, but I screwed it up probably. Big Tex, what's up? Jag. I hit like and it was free, he said. You see? Costs nothing. Lunatic Prophet, good to see you. Manolo. Nate S, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Dynamis, what's up, Dean? Daniel Kuntz, what's up? Everfor, what's up, my guy? Don. Tom Pazderica. Paulo, what's up, Jeremy? Good to see you, cuzzo. Jay Gross, what's up? Greetings. Nice to see you live again. Good to see you. Rope-a-dope, what's up? Brandful, how you doing, brother? Jimmy Monroe, hey, doll. Keith, Brittany cried a little bit today. Yeah, I know. This is about as clickbaity as I get on the thumbnails. Only thing different that I did from a normal one is I put the word boom up there. Right? I didn't do the ugly face thing. I thought about it, but I'm like, nah, I don't want to stoop that low. This is about as clickbaity as I get with a thumbnail. But it applies to what we're talking about here. We'll talk about it in a second. What's up, Corey? Good to see you, brother. Anon, what's up? Brittany and Molly, you're damn right. Adam, man, good to see you. What's up, Tari? What's up, Avatar? Good to see you, brother. Mizell, what's up, Mizell? Ronan, what's up, brother? All right. Enough talking. Let's dive in. So, adjust the microphone here. About pulled it off the damn desk over there. It's just got a little arm that attaches off the screen over here where you can't see. So, Ethereum appears to have broken out. However, depending on how you look at this, it may or may not have broken out. Potentially, this thing is close to breaking out and failed. All right. Now I've got this trend line drawn as such. yesterday, meaning today and a little bit earlier, we saw this big green candle right here form, right? It was a nice solid body at one point, but as you see throughout the day, continual sell pressure pushed this thing down and created what you're seeing here, a gravestone doji candle. What is a gravestone doji candle? Well, how does it sound? Sound bad? Well, yeah, that's what that means. That means there's a lot of sell pressure up there and it was having a hard time. Now, you could argue that I've drawn this trend line perfectly and it just came back down and retested on the other side. And while we threw an ugly candle there, it's all right because the high time frame is moving along and doing its thing. So for a moment, I want to scroll out here because where I've drawn this trend line is important. All right, I'm going to scroll back here. These lines are vertical lines and they're marking, the vertical lines are marking historic points on the chart. That's why I've got them on there. So you can mind them or not mind them, whatever you'd like. This is Ethereum USD on Binance. All right, so I think I've got that pretty darn close to drawn perfectly. Right, I grabbed the wicks right there. It's touching perfectly. The argument is, if I go to a different one, Ethereum USDT, you could argue that I didn't quite snap it perfectly to these wicks and that it needs to be adjusted a bit. So if I adjust it a bit here, you'll see that perhaps, oh, wrong one. Grab this upper line here. You'll see that perhaps it just tagged the trend line perfectly and bounced off. Tough, right? Tough. This puts me in a bind as well. What do I say? Did this break out or didn't it break out? Depending on whether you're going versus the US dollar or versus USDT, it could be one or the other. The tether coin is supposed to be pegged to the dollar, which lost value over the last couple of days. It gained it back today. And that's why you see the candle that you see. Interestingly enough, it's right in the perfect spot to get screwed over here. I didn't buy Ethereum and Bitcoin today. I did move some more funds around so that I can. But I saw this candle form and I said, you know, let's just wait one more day. There's no one with a gun to my head. I don't have to buy this. And exactly what you see here is exactly what I was worried about. This big, humongous gravestone candle at the top of a run, failing to make a higher high. I don't like this look at all. That being said, this thing hasn't missed a beat in weeks and over a month. So what am I supposed to do? Ethereum kind of underperformed according to what Bitcoin did and what some alts did. Ethereum hasn't done as much. But does that mean it was just its time now? And because Bitcoin dominance dropped a little bit, that Ethereum should be going a little higher? That's tough, man. I don't know if I buy that or not, okay? That's conjecture, and I'm not sure I want to hear conjecture. I just want to hear the facts. So, what do I know here? I know we had a bit of a parabolic run up, which is fairly obvious that this is a bit of a parabolic run up, right? Then you hit your consolidation for another parabolic run up, but it dead ass stopped. And it dead ass stopped right here along this ridge of resistance that it's failed to break yet. Now, it looks like it wants to break, but I can't be for certain. With that ugly of a candle, it may only wick chase. What is wick chasing? Well, wick chasing is when you see a large wick form like this on the top, very small wick on the bottom. This is sell pressure, by the way. Whenever you see that, that's sell pressure. What you get after that is a bit of a lull period where buyers continue to try, and they may march a couple candles up here, but it never really breaks the high of that wick. And then the candles will eventually roll back over and quit. This is a common thing. That's wick chasing. It's not the technical term for it. It's what I call it. It's just where it had formed a low time frame high and could never get back and break that low time frame high, eventually creating a higher low and a lower high, which isn't great. That's half of an uptrend and half of a downtrend, then fails and runs back to support. Now that happened already on like a 1 minute chart or a 5 minute chart. It just hasn't filtered down to the higher time frames yet, which I think it may be starting to do. We've been waiting on retracement for a while, and everyone's keep asking me, well, when's it going to happen? You're wrong, Keith. Yeah, man, I've been wrong about it. I thought for sure we'd get a pullback by now. Just hasn't happened yet. So what I've got here is the weekly pulled up. This is the first week in over a month where we've even seen a red week. It's not hardly been red at all. It's just been up and up and up. Since that's the case, and this thing cracked the 200 moving average like you see, you would expect to test back to 1400 here because that's where the weekly 200 moving average is. It needs to test the top of that line there, that red line that you see. It needs to test the top of that line before it can confirm to go on higher. Now, I have some green boxes drawn right there, as you see. Right there, there's green boxes. These signify where I think this run should go throughout 2023 here. As you see, it's not terribly higher from where it is now, right? Exactly. This 2023 move is not the bull market. This is the pre-bull market. Been saying this for a while now. You don't get the cycle until you break it down and follow it along. We've been talking about this cycle of how this thing works. It's very mathematical for quite some time now, and it continues to pan out. So those boxes mark where I think it eventually goes, but I think first we need some kind of breather here before things take off and get going again. You also have the situation where you had a trend line here. It broke it, never came back and retested it. The next couple weeks is the perfect opportunity for that to happen. The monthly charts just rolled over yesterday, okay, and into today, right? Just now started. It's still a green month. It's still a green month. Even after this ugliness we've had and the ugly candles that it threw, still a green month. Wild. Same thing for Bitcoin, doesn't matter. This month rolled over in the middle of the month, right? In the middle of the week. I'm sorry, middle of the month, middle of the week. So we're stuck here waiting to see what happens. I'll go to Bitcoin. This one's clearly had a breakout for quite a while, and Ethereum hasn't. This leads me to believe we could get a breakout on Ethereum like we got on Bitcoin, or we're basically seeing that 2023 is a retrace up and a large majority of the money has gone into Bitcoin. Some alts have moved well. For the most part, they haven't. And I'm going to give you some comparisons as to what I mean by not percentage-wise. I'm just going to say point on the chart, all right? You kind of see that big, humongous monthly engulfing that Bitcoin did. Ton of money's coming into Bitcoin. Market cap still staying steady at about $1 trillion, and that's going to be an important talking point tonight. That was brought to my attention by NodeCatcher. I completely forgot about checking the market cap like that frequently. And sure enough, total market cap was just smacking its head on $1 trillion over and over. Let me get a drink of water. Excuse me. It kept banging its head on $1 trillion and hasn't broken yet. So I'm going to show you a couple alts here so you can see what I mean. All right, let's go to everybody's favorite, Ripple coin. You saw the big, humongous candle that Bitcoin had thrown. All you got here was a bullish engulfing. On that last candle I just showed you on monthly Bitcoin, it devoured that downtrend and broke it. You could argue that XRP is still stuck under the trend and hasn't broken yet. Just like you could argue that for Ethereum. Again, underperforming as compared to Bitcoin. Let me show you an altcoin that has outperformed everything on the market. Not everything, most everything. Render. Render token has absolutely destroyed everything else on the market of any ilk anyway. Still got a solid uptrend running, hasn't taken a break. These absolutely dwarfed this downtrend, absolutely dwarfed it, blew it out of the water. Quite impressive, I must say. That's not the case for every altcoin, though. Only some of them. If I pull up SHIB, everybody loves SHIB, right? Dog coins. Not really done much. See, it kind of came up off the bottom, but it hasn't moved like Render has. And why is Render special? Well, it's not. It just moved more. Audio. Big mover here on audio. Obliterated that uptrend and really cracked out. Got all the way to the 382 fib. What happened just yesterday with Wobi HT? Wobi token, Wobi exchange token. Just yesterday, cracked out after making this big move in October with that nothing else really did. Cracked out here and is now heading toward this 236 fib at around $6.60. I got in at $5. It's doing well. There's another one that hasn't quite. Neo. Neo cracked the uptrend, but I want you to look at this. No, not Neo. That's the wrong one. There's another one. Yeah, Neo. Oh, there's one that's well under the 200 moving average. What am I looking for? Is it CeeLo? Nah, CeeLo. See, some of these are just sitting on the 200 moving average like this, just perched up pretty as you please and haven't moved yet. This is interesting to me because a lot of these have taken off past the 200, like you saw Bitcoin, like you saw many other assets do. This was just sitting here on the 200, not moving yet. And an example of moving away from the 200 is Mana. Mana did that. It sat on the 200 right there, and then it broke out and ran up. Similar situation for ICP, sitting on top of the 200 moving average, hasn't broken yet. Theta, sitting on the 200. After that ugly candle yesterday, it's still sitting right on the right spot here. A chance for this to move up. It's sitting in this V right here from the big uptrend. I'm sorry, the big downtrend to this red uptrend line that we got going here. It's sitting right in the perfect spot. This looks better than some others, even with that ugly red candle. Near. Yeah, look at Near. Hasn't even gotten to the 200 moving average yet. This is what I mean. Some coins have drastically outperformed others. To say that you knew for sure which ones were going to outperform everything else is hogwash. There's no way. You just guessed and got lucky because it was your favorite. That's all there is to that. All right? I'm not going to sit there and go back and forth with people who guess for a living, never take any profits, and pretend to be experts. No, thank you. You know what else? FTM. Look at the move FTM made. Blew right through that 200 moving average like it wasn't even there. And for that matter, is still running up and still hasn't taken a break. Look how steep of an incline here. Now, can this keep up? Obviously, it's going to run out of juice eventually. It's been overbought for 2.5 weeks. Yeah. That's beyond bull market moves, which kind of tells you, listen, man, this thing's on an uptrend. Ride it until it stops. And it's honestly likely that this thing doesn't stop till, well, 70 to 74 cents. That's still got a ways to go up, doesn't it? Now, obviously, it could choke out now and start falling. There is some resistance right here it's pushing up into, which is pretty much in line with the 50 fib, but it also comes down into here, and this trash is going to be harder to push through. It didn't really have any on the way up till there. It got right through all this pretty simply. Wasn't a whole bunch back here. It did go through it, and now it's got to deal with this. I mean, honestly, this thing could go all the way up to $1.06. That's incredible. But outperformed already. I don't think I want to jump on a moving train. Algorand, another one that's well under the 200 moving average and just sitting there playing hopscotch, yet to make that big move up. Yesterday looked promising with that green candle it threw. Then it rapidly faded back and started to roll back and kind of hit the brakes again. Now, as Raclette says, this kind of needs to be sussed out. What does that mean? Kind of needs to be sussed out. Well, we're going to have to sit and talk about this shit and get really deep on it and break it down because some of this stuff looks a little wonky, right? What's up, Mazel? Coinsman, what's up, brother? Good to see you. What's up, Cycling Cotton? Beast Mode Focus. I still can't use my phone keyboard to type YouTube chat log. Yeah, mine doesn't work either. CeeLo always seems to be a late mover. Yeah, kind of like XRP and XLM. Those moved historically late. Render, inverse head and shoulder forming. Yeah, likely. Can I look at Dusk? Absolutely. Let's look at Dusk real quick. By the way, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, if you have something you want to look at, you think you got a coin that looks good or you got questions about it, please do not be shy. Jump over there in the comments section and ask. Myself, admins, etc. We'll help you out here. That's what we do. We chart. There's no funny business. There's no favorites. I simply 100% want to see people do better. That's it. Nothing else to this, okay? I want to see people do better. There's nothing to hide here. If it looks like shit, I'm going to say it looks like shit. If it looks good, I'm going to say it looks good. No bullshit needed, okay? Pretty much it. Hey, what's up, Chi-Town? Good to see you, brother. I ain't seen you in a minute. Where you been? All right, yeah, dusk blew right through the 200. Look at it chopping through. I need to find a better chart. Let me see if I can find all the data. That's better. More data. All right. So, dusk recently cracked. Yeah, look at that. It cracked that uptrend and took off. It took off and did amazing. By the way, here's an old buy line I had for dusk. I bought over here. It says $1,900 buy with profits from H-bar. How about that? Bought over here, and look at this run up it did. Told you guys, made a lot of money on some of these shits back in the day. Now continue. Targets hit, dead on the money. Excellent. Took my money at the top. Don't give a damn what anybody says. We had a hell of a run last time, fellas, ladies and gentlemen, and we will do it again. Let's look at some fibs here and get a little deeper on this. So there's no way this is not overbought. It's super overbought. All right, let's pull a fib on this. Potentially something like this. All right, you're at 1272, approaching 1272 now. 1414 at 20 cents, 1618 at 24 cents. R2 at 18.7, 18.5 may be a good stopping point or a place to potentially take profits. Not financial advice. I don't do that. But if it were me, I would probably take some profits in there somewhere. I like to take profits. I'm one of the few people who will absolutely take profits and not be mad about it. It's really simple, folks. It's you versus me when it really comes down to it. I'm going to take profits, and I don't really care how that makes anybody feel. You don't get anything if you don't take profits. All you have is imaginary digital money that someone told you is worth something. So unless you want to lose that or watch it devalue itself over the next 2.5 years after the bull market's over, then perhaps you should learn to take profits. We do this all the time. We teach how to make profits. Where do we teach that at? 786unlimited.com. You guys go jump over there and look. It's very simple to use. There's hardly anything to click on the website. All right. You click your Discord link. It takes you to our Discord. Inside of our Discord, we have 3 specials. 3 specials. You can either pay with crypto for $120 a year and you get full access, cryptos of your choice on Coinbase. You follow the link in there. You get to pick which one you want to use. I don't care which one you use. Just use one that's approved by them. You don't want to do that when we have 2 separate launch pass links. What do? One is for a year, $144 for a year. If you want to do cash or a card, it's $144 a year. And if you don't want to do that and you want to do monthly, you get 1 month for free at $16 a month. You can cancel them all. If you want to cancel them all, knock yourself out. If you want to just do 1 month and give it a test run and see our full access, give it a test run and see our full access. This is what we do 24/7, 365. Surround yourself with people who are like-minded and want to help you make money. All right? There are people in there that want to learn just like you. There are people in there like me who want to help people. This is how we do it, okay, folks? Keep our community solid. All right. Yeah, there's my dusk ideas. 18.5 to 20 cents for sure is a point where I would look to hold up. 30 cents seems wild, but 29 cents is the 50 fib, and there is resistance there. So that could be a point where we hold off. But it's done amazing so far. Blew right through resistance, come back down and tapped it on support right there at that 236 line. Impressive. Impressive for dusk. All right, let me write this shit down. You guys are going fast. All right. Seller. So some people ask me how I do things. It's very simple. I have a yellow legal pad here, and you guys talk and ask stuff, and I write it down. And then I go back later, the next day, and I look them over, and I maybe go back a week or 2 later, a month later, and I go back and look them over and see what I wrote down and see if I was right or wrong so I can better myself. I do this constantly. It's just a way I keep myself in check to see if I screwed up or I did well. KNC and Chili's. So Dynamis says KNC and CHZ still room under the 200 to move. Impressive. Thank you. We'll look at those. Grin. I believe Jeremy mentioned Grand earlier. LCX. John D. Bear, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Thank you for commenting. That's awesome. KLV. If you guys are sending me Ponzi's, please don't get mad if I don't chart them, okay? I don't do Ponzi's on here. That's all there is to it. If I am, it's just going to be to make fun of it. I will absolutely troll a Ponzi. Don't care. But they do no good for our community. The more of you guys who put money into Ponzi's, the more Ponzi's come around, and the more likely they are to strike us down and remove everything that we have. So please think about that before you become a degenerate and you think it's fun. All right? Let's see. What's a sign things are retracing? Total market cap? Good question, Don. We'll look at that too. KDA? Gotcha. Imagine we used to sit here and do this for 4 hours. Could we take a look at West Coast Texas Intermediate WTI crude oil? Sure we can. I like charting WTI. They have good options too. IOTA and CRO. I see that on there. What's up, Samslin? IMV. Hit like. Thank you, brother. Hit like. Currently minus 30 on a future. Forget stop loss at your peril. Anonymity. You hear that, everybody? Forget a stop loss at your own peril. Stop losses are your friend. Ask Caroline Ellison what happens when you don't have a stop loss. And all of a sudden, exchanges don't have crazy arbitrage for you to arbitrage trade with anymore. Then what? Gigs up. Now what are you going to do? Let's see. You have a lot on your plate, but MMY, that's an FTM chain coin. ILV, I've already got written down, don't I? No, I didn't write that down. ILV. WWE, yeah, man, we can look at WWE. And TDW. All right. Let's get into it. Seller first. All right. Man, what a move seller did. Look at that thing. Damn, that's not all the data. Let me see if I can find all of it. I got to stop using KuCoin charts and pull up the old school Binance charts because they have all the data. Oh, look, black fibs from when I had a white chart. I don't even want to click on them. I'm not gonna. There we go. All right, seller here. Man, look, I drew a purple box, and that thing hit that purple box perfectly, and I'm going to leave it up there because I did that for a reason. And Frank always fusses at me for erasing my charts. He's like, don't erase them, dude. I like looking at that old shit. So I'm going to leave it up there. All right, seller, what do you think here? Looks like July of 23 is when this run will cycle its way out. We're bouncing off 236 right now. A lot of charts with the same weekly Fibonacci level. It's very interesting to think about. All right. Well over the 8, 21, and 200 moving average. Super hella overbought. MACD way up in the air. Not bull market high, but high. This is the highest point it's been since the entire 2022. The MACD, that is. It's running hot. How much farther? Well, we can go local for that and see if we can find a smaller Fibonacci level to tell us our timeline and to tell us how much more juice we may have in the tank. All right, depending, we've either ran out or have maybe another couple weeks here. We are over Sniper's Alley, which is great if you come from November to now. You are on Sniper's Alley, which is pretty over Sniper's Alley and bounced off of it, which is pretty great. And honestly, this one hasn't had that big, humongous. Yeah, it did have a big, ugly candle yesterday. Take that back. May struggle right here. It may fade back down to around 17 cents, which, if I'm not mistaken, would still keep it over the 21. Yep, it'd keep it over the 21 EMA. So what I'm trying to say here is if this drives up here and curves over a little bit, it's okay. If it comes down here and sits right here, that's all right. As long as it doesn't start breaching that level of about 0.016, you're okay. KNC. Old school KNC. Made money on this back in the day. Damn. Look at this one. Look how much room it's got to the 200 moving average. I believe that's why he brought this up. It still hasn't come up off this and moved up as much as others. Very nice look here. Let's go. This is April of 22. So that's the absolute top. Yeah, look at that. 2022 did better than 2021 for KNC. How about that? It's pretty cool, huh? All right. Pull this down through here. And it looks like you've already broken out on KNC, and it's sitting pretty. Honestly, this is a pretty darn good look, if I'm going to be completely honest about everything here. RSI did bounce off of 50. Not a bad look at all. Your MACD curled over and pointed down, which doesn't look great. But we've seen a few of these roll back up here and get going again. That's a possibility here. It's not a sell signal yet. It's still over the 8 and 21 EMA. Honestly, I think this may have more short-term upside than downside at the moment, but it really just depends on these next couple closes. This was a really ugly red candle, and I can't deny that. I just simply can't deny that. So we throw up the cloud here real quick. Ichimoku cloud. It's your 4 out of 4 on the cloud. So not bad there. CHZ. I imagine this goes to 200 or farther. Or farther. If it can break 236, $1.19 is where the 382 fib is. Pretty cool. CHZ. I'm in this one. Chili's. All right. Yeah, I bought this already. All right. So, again, room for this to run to the 200. She's stuck in the cloud. Probably shouldn't have bought it already. But it's over the 8 and 21 EMA, so you can kind of see my thought process here. A lot of room back to the 200 moving average. This hasn't done its thing yet. I kind of expect it to. I kind of expect everything to at least go to the 200 moving average. I think there may be some upside to this. And although there is an ugly candle there, may erase itself out, continue to go up anyway on a higher time frame. May just be a higher time frame move. Grin. I only have KuCoin on this one. All right. Grin just sitting here boiling way over the 200. This is an old buy line I've got for 320 over here. I don't remember when I bought it. I have to go back and look. I have no idea. I should write dates on them, but that's all right. I keep spreadsheets now. I didn't keep spreadsheets back then. I was just writing shit down. I have to go back and look through the historical documents. You guys remember that movie with Tim Allen where he was in space or whatever, and they had historical documents? Everything was a historical document. I don't remember the name of that movie. Somebody remembers it. What the hell was it? I don't remember. I don't have all the data on Grin either, but it just quite hasn't broken out of that uptrend yet, and it's got an epic amount of down. I may have to pull up the... Yeah, let's go to... Oh, do we got all the data? Nope. Let's go to CoinTrader and type in Grin and pull up all the data and see if we get more. Same thing here, about 1381. About the same everywhere, 1381. Roughly the same, yeah. So this one's got a little bit of a weak look at the moment, but like I said, I'm okay with this because it's still over that 200 moving average. I want to see everything stay over that 200 moving average. And so long as it does stay over the 200, positive signs in my opinion. Now 821 did cross down. I don't like that. It's playing hopscotch back and forth here. See that? Kind of just bouncing around back and forth, can't make its mind up. It's consolidating after that big run. And it hasn't done much since. So it's under the pivot, over S1, but in between pivot and S1, back and forth. May get more sideways here. Martin Sterling, $5, bro. Any advice for folks who want to swing trade cryptos or stocks on weekly and monthly charts? And does it or does it not make sense to? Yeah, hang on, let me get a drink. You donated, so we drink. Let's go. Ooh. Goodness, that's Ron Colon Salvadorino. Rum rye, 50-50 whiskey rum. Shit's banging. It'll warm you up real quick. So What you're asking is if it's better to do this on a weekly chart. And I'll say this. For the most part, I had this conversation with a few people this week. Most people don't have the time to sit here and do this all day like I do, right? Most people just don't have the time to sit in front of the computer and watch charts all day. I fully get it. I don't expect anyone to sit in front of a chart all day and watch them. Seems ridiculous. I know it's a bit ridiculous, okay? I do it, but I'm not expecting anyone else to. People have lives, kids, wives, fiancés, whatever. So expecting everyone to do what I do is nonsense. However, you can spend 5 to 15 minutes a day looking at this stuff. You're doing way better than most people. I made an entire video series on weekly charts, buying and selling on the weekly, right? Turns out you can still make pretty darn good money on the weekly. You'll make better on a daily, but pretty darn good money on a weekly just using 821 crosses alone. Now you add in trend lines and stuff like that, you'll make even more. But if you just did 821 EMA alone, you do pretty darn well. So yeah, I think there's a time and a place for it. If you do that, you really only have to look at charts once or twice a week, max. Now, I'm not going to tell you to do that because there's still very, very large swings in price inside of a week's action in crypto. But you can still make good money doing it. We've already analyzed that and we've already seen that before. So I think there's a solid place for doing exactly what you're saying. I don't hate it at all. I think it's a maybe it's going now. Jesus, dude. Freaking internet, man. Take a quick drink. It'll come back. That's exactly right. Take a quick drink. It'll come back. And there we go. So, start back where I stopped. You don't have to be a super expert at this. It's not that necessary. Some basic things, some basic little moves, and you can do more than most. Now, let's get back into the other stuff we were looking at. Let's go to LCX. Yeah, freaking YouTube, man. It's all 100% that. I didn't do anything. I'm just sitting over here and all of a sudden, boom, it cut off. Whatever, dude. And it can't be, don't blame it on me because I have like a freaking T1 cable running in here. I pay for the best internet. I've got a 4K camera. All right, I've got a freaking gaming PC with tons of RAM. It's totally not me. Totally not me. Look at LCX. My goodness, this has already ran to the 50. Now this one here didn't have a ton of resistance, but I'm going to say hold up on this one. On the count that it's fallen under the 8 EMA, it's bounced off the 50 fib, and it hasn't retested this 200 moving average. I bet you that this thing comes back and does a test back here. Not for sure on that, but I bet you it does. It's still not a sale, but it's getting close. I'm not buying it, that's for sure. Clever. Oh, goodness. Look at this. It hasn't done anything. You guys see this? This coin has done nothing. Is this a Ponzi? Can somebody look up KLV and tell me whether or not this is a scam? Because, damn. It looks like death. It looks horrible. It's like the worst chart ever. It's the worst chart ever. Brilliantly bad. It went overbought and didn't do anything. Oh, goodness. Yeah, man, ain't nothing I can do, Ronan. It's all good, bro. This is part of the game. It's part of the game. YouTube is going to do what it does. It's the best of the worst. Nothing I can do about it. Just roll with it. That's so, yeah, whatever, man. Here's the retrace we've been looking for. It's funny. KLV looks so bad that I'm not sure I could take part in it just yet. I get the itching feeling that this thing isn't done failing or going sideways. While it does look decent on the 821 EMA, pivots are super tight. Like, that's going nowhere fast, though. At 0.009, ugh, goodness, man, I don't know. This looks like a fallen knife to me. And yeah, I know it turned the corner on the 821 EMA, but gosh. Is it worth $100? Maybe. Maybe it's $100 shitter. I'll write that down. Now, total market cap real quick. So someone asked what was a good thing to look at for retraces. The total market cap makes sense. This is a culmination of everything, not just Bitcoin or not just your favorite coin or favorite altcoin or the new world digital currency. No, shut the fuck up. It's an ISO 20022 coin, Keith. Don't you understand? I don't fucking care. I don't care. I just want to buy it and sell it. Why do you think it's special? It's not. They can add or remove any coin they want to at any time. Trying to speculate on, well, this one will be for the financial markets. This one will be for the banks. This one will be for the trade. Shut up. You don't know shit. You're guessing. It's all a big fucking guess. And you're one of the worst ones out there on the front line to do this shit, is to go out there and say that kind of thing like it's some kind of special thing. You don't know. You don't know shit, bro. Just follow the chart. And I'll say that to anybody who gets on YouTube and streams and acts like they got some kind of special token, because you don't. You just don't. Clever finance, clever exchange. Do you think it's a scam? Maybe. Kind of like vomit. Tell you what, I'm going to leave it up there and let you guys decide on it. I don't know if it's worth $100 or not. Total market cap hasn't broken out at all yet. It's still well under this trend line. In fact, you could argue that it gave that trend line a smooch right there and hasn't bounced back since. It threw an ugly candle after it smooched that trend line. We could be seeing what we saw XRP do a while back. What am I talking about? Well, let me show you. And by the way, $1 trillion is where it keeps pounding its head. It hasn't broken it yet. It keeps knocking on the door, but it hasn't gotten through. That's a Little Richie song. You keep on knocking, but you can't come in. You kids don't know that. You kids don't know. By the way, the reason I remember that song just now is I told my boys, so right now it's just me and the boys. She's gone, no girls here, just me and the boys. So I told them tomorrow, whenever I go pick up after school, what we'll do is we'll get pizza, we'll get some popcorn, and we're going to watch a horror movie. And my mother's son, the one that I shared on Twitter with the wrestling and the one who draws, immediately started to melt down. He doesn't like scary movies, right? So I'm like, no. It's not what you think. We're going to watch Christine. And he's like, what's Christine? And I said, well, it's this movie that came out in the 80s about a car that's alive and it kills people. And he's like, I don't want to see people die. But it's not really like that. You don't see people die. It's not like that. You know, I was like trying to tell him the car's alive and it falls in love with its owner and it hates everybody else. And it makes the owner turn into a bad person too. And he was like, oh, I was like, there's no ghosts or nothing like that. Oh, okay. So we're going to sit down and watch Christine tomorrow. It's going to be fucking awesome. So, guys, if I don't talk to you from 6:30 to 10:30, that's why. I'm going to chill out with the boys and watch a movie, have dad-kid time, and watch them get the shit scared out of them. I love the movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Christine is one of my top 5 movies of all time. Not going to talk to me about it. I'm not going to hear an argument. It may eventually be special, but buy it and sell unit. Yep. AR, got you, Danny Carney. I got to go a little faster here. I'm sorry, y'all. I've been blabbing, and then the fucking YouTube stream kicked out on me. Sorry about that, y'all. Cheech and Chong up in smoke. Roll down the window, man. You keep knocking, but you can't come. 100%, bro. I can't show my kids Cheech and Chong, though. Let's see. Go with Cujo. That will freak them out. Oh, they've already seen Cujo. And did not like it. But I love Cujo because it was a Pinto. And my dad was a mechanic and he built race cars. And he raced a Pinto from the time I was 5 till I was like 12 when he switched over to Mustangs, Fox Body Mustangs, which is why I have a Fox Body Mustang. So, total market cap, there's my analysis on that. XRP is what I'm talking about right here, where it knocked the trend line and they couldn't break it. Tried and it eventually failed and rolled back over. You may see that happen. On total market cap. We've been going up for a really long time here and haven't had a breath. XRP made this run up and everybody was freaking the fuck out. You remember that? And then it rolled over and played dead. Yeah, could happen again. Just be mindful of this, all right? Cadena. Basically, just be ready to sell it and rebuy it when the time comes. Ooh, KDA hasn't broken the 200 and it kind of acts like it doesn't want to. You see that, Danny? Look at that. You got bearish, a little bit of bearish convergence here forming. That better break that 200 quick, because if it doesn't, it's going to follow. It's going to roll over and fail. It's already hit the 200 and rejected. There was some resistance here. Maybe down and sideways for Cadena here. I would like to see it crack through, but I don't think it's gonna. WTI crude. All right. Yeah, we charted this thing out already pretty well during the big run. Since then, we've kind of rolled and stopped, and it's still in this channel, rolling down. Yeah, right now it's definitely not a buy on the daily. In fact, it's showing weakness. In case you didn't know, there's a 300% increase in reserves, which is going to start to bring the price down a little bit because there's so much reserve. The demand is going to go down, and that's why you're seeing crude oil prices roll back over a little bit. Standard stuff. When they saw that big move come, it was already a downtrend, and you see that bad news like that just exacerbates that downtrend more. Was already out of it. It's already a sale, but yeah, it looks like it's rolling over and quitting. Could potentially be trying to catch right here and make a small uptrend, but I wouldn't be convinced until it holds $79 again. IOTA. Yep. Same thing here on IOTA where it hasn't broken the 200 yet. Let me see if I can find a better chart with more data. Binance. Way more data. Look at that. Okay. All right. Let's tighten this up a little bit here. Where do I pull from? December 21. That's all the way back. Yeah, I'm not going back that far. December 21. And let's lock this in a little tighter. Ooh, getting tight. Yeah, it's going to run out of steam soon. It's going to run out of steam by mid-February. So you may have a run to 236 here at 27 cents, but I'm not sure. Looks like it might not make it, man. CRO. I'm in CRO. Already got it marked over here. All right. So way under the 200. Again, hasn't got moving yet. Still playing slow-mo over here. Had a very, very big fall from the November, December highs here. And hasn't broken out a trend yet. Now, I will say this. There's still room here. It's got all the way till May. So I think this one will crack up toward the 200 and likely hit 10 cents. That's why I bought it. That's why I've got a little bit of conviction in it. I don't really care either way. I have a crypto.com card, but I just use it to pay for VPSs and stuff with crypto. Oh, shit. Martin Sterling. Take shot, bro. FTM just got that golden cross. Isn't it good for some more up, though? All right, hang on. One more, Ron Cologne. Ooh. Ah, that's just stout. But it's got good flavor. So I hate to not drink it. You know what I mean? And I don't drink as much lately. Been trying to cut back on that. I don't want you guys calling me my dad. So I'm not positive this is going to make it at the time I want it to make it, but it's still hanging on here and hasn't failed yet. 200 moving average at about 97 cents, which is still about 14 to 12% more up than we are now. Add in the fact that we have a fib line at about 10 cents, a nice psychological round number where resistance is, and that becomes a solid possibility. You guys are talking over here. I'm sorry. ASO, y'all can try. We're running out of time, though. Might have to look at some of these after. Left turn signal on, then get wrecked. Boom. Stupid, by the way. For anyone who cares, if you don't, tough shit. Tomorrow's Michael Jordan Day. That's right, bro. Not wearing the 4-5 either. I ordered a Jordan jersey, but I don't know when it's going to be here, dude. Jay said, ask me anything. No, I'm not going to do it. Mine was ARAR. That was a ticker. It's called ROE. I got you. Also, for anyone that has been following since we did the Laos vid, remember us talking about future whales? Well, oh, yeah. I'll wait for a couple minutes. IMV. Oh, IMV is, yeah, there we go. I don't have an IMV. I don't have an IMV on. It's probably on deck screen. I'll have to get back to that one later. MMY, mommy. It's on the spooky swap. All right, deck screener it is. Okay. Always start with the Ponzi first, right? What I'm talking about is it pulls up Thor first off the bat every time I do that. It's fucking hilarious. All right. Yes, sir. Look at that. Okay, so it's auto doing it for me on TradingView. Yeah, MMY did a humongous move here. Quite the show it's putting on. Yeah, quite the show. This is an FTM token, and now that you're seeing the upward motion come back, people are starting to try to buy and stake and stuff. Might not be the greatest idea ever, but they're doing it. And look at this thing have a run. It is not a sale. It's off to the races. It's super overbought. Of course, everything's overbought. So when this thing cracks the 821, I would stop, but not until then. It's still going. ILV. Is this alluvium? Yeah, it is. Boy, look at alluvium go. Damn it. This was on the shit list and I didn't buy it. Well, that's what happens, folks. Now, it's probably going to run out of steam here soon, but it already hit the 236 like a lot of other ones, so be careful here. It may roll back, and there's a ton of gains in this. If it does roll back and play dead for a while, that's a great opportunity to, well, no, it's got a little bit more time. I'm sorry about that. It's got a little bit more time. Crack the 236, over 821, 200, may keep going. Someone asked about the Golden Cross a moment ago. Golden Cross is great. However, it tends to show a slow up in price action, and if price action doesn't continue after the Golden Cross, that's a soft cross. When you have a soft cross, price will slow down and go sideways and down for a while after a Golden Cross. WWE, World Wrestling Entertainment, on an absolute rip. Last couple of days, it's faded back. It did come down and hit that 200 like I thought it would. Look at that, man. Charted that shit, and look how good that did. Wow. You kidding me? Beautiful. Then after that, shot a massive gap up, and it's still on a bit of a run. It is rolled over on the indicators, but it did try to reclaim the 821. May just be building up to make another run. Not quite to the 50 fibs. It may have a day or three here of wait. Maybe Monday or Tuesday we see better results. TPW. I think you're talking about this one. Not sure. I have to look for that one again. Brother, Danny Deep Pocket. Tell you what. I don't want to just keep doing the same one. I've got this Hibiki Japanese Harmony. I believe Chi-Town sent me this, or somebody sent me this. I don't remember who. It's Japanese whiskey. All right, Japanese whiskey. Let's have a dab of this, shall we? I haven't had it in a while. Ooh, hear that? Cheers, Danny Deep Pockets. Smooth, honestly. Way less bite than that Ron Cologne. I'll say this also, a lot less grabbable flavors than that Ron Cologne. That Ron Cologne's spiced, you know what I mean? It's got a lot of kick to it and zing. And this one's got good smooth flavor. Hibiki Japanese whiskey. Much recommend. Much recommend. All right. Let's keep it going here. Got a couple more. VCX. VCX. VLX. I'm sorry. I'm an idiot. I can't even fucking draw right with my hand. Velas. Oh gosh, this one's done nothing also. Ugh. Goodness gracious. Look at this. It's just slap pinned under that trend. It hasn't quite went yet. This one may have a little bit more down, but there's a solid chance this one breaks out and runs too. It's so close. You could argue that you could argue that it already has, and it's just it's tough. I'm gonna say no. I'll lean to no here. Well, I can't. Man, damn it, Keith. That's tough. All right. Let's tighten this up a bit. Yeah, you know what? Perhaps this thing's already broken out and it's just sitting on top now. Tough. Is it worth $100? I'll think about it. How about that? I like shotgun shitters. AR. R-Weave. Yep, I got you. Ooh, broken the 200, hitting resistance a bit here. I've charted this one before a while back. But it is over the trend now. The last time I charted it was in December. It is over the trend now. And the trend was right around the 200 moving average. Maybe more room for this one to go up here. I'm not going to trust that wick. Yeah, it's got time too. I don't hate this play right here. It's $17.17 is in play, but it's going to have to crack that resistance level of about $12 and stay above it. I'm sorry, $12 and a half, $12 to $13. It's got to crack and hold that. All right, ASO, and that's about all I have time for. Academy Sports and Outdoors. All right, Academy on a rip. I believe Academy Sports, Dick's Sporting Goods, and one other one have all done really well. In fact, almost every asset on the stock market has done well lately. Everything has ran up and done great. This one's on an absolute rip. It's overbought, so you know I would stay in it until it fails, but it's never bad to take some profits. On that note, don't leave yet. We sent money to Laos just a couple days, or maybe a week or so ago. We sent money to Laos to Miss Beverly. She's going to get it connected up. We're getting a well built in Laos, a freshwater well for the same people we helped build an elementary school for, or whatever they call it there, and the same people we sent food and supplies to. We're going to have a freshwater well built in Laos. The fact that we're able to build a well in Laos, I can't fully explain it, how it makes me feel. I mean, it's joy or whatever, but it's more so I'm blown away that's even possible, all right? Wouldn't be able to do this if it wasn't for y'all, okay? You don't realize the impact you can have on people, right, until you're in the position. The position that I'm in now is I'm in a position where I can help some people. Well, I'm going to do so. Those are good, hardworking, honest people out there, and they have nothing, okay? They don't even have fresh water. So for everyone here that thinks you got problems or privileges that you should get, you don't have, just because, listen, man, the world has it rough, and we're doing pretty darn well over here. So shouldn't complain so much, okay? Understand that the rest of the world may not be on par with what you got. You're buying and selling cryptocurrency. Other people can't even afford water. So with that being said, thank every single person that comes on here. It doesn't work without you guys. You are the oil inside the machine. I'll leave you with this. Make the best of your todays, the worst of your tomorrows. That's Jay-Z who said that. And lastly, you guys could have been anywhere in the world. You chose to be here with me. I appreciate that. Thank you very much. See you on the next live stream. Y'all be good. Sky's the limit. Peace.